2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so next we're going to do a different kind of detail here. Left hand way out that way, right hand here, like so, and then down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sankyo. So the Sankyo that I like to do is not just this, but coming across and throwing this arm, as it were. Okay? So to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's do some rowing exercise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. EQ. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not going to do Zengo. We'll do Ringo. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're not going to do turning exercise. Have a seat for a second. The reason I'd like to show you and to deal with. One thing that I want to explain is that atemi is something that is done usually more advanced level. Okay? But I don't believe in that. I believe in starting and understanding your body dynamics and then being able to incorporate that in your techniques as you go along. What is atemi? Atemi can mean hitting a body. It can also mean a body hit. In other words, your body hits something. And how does that happen? It's not just your body, it's also your limbs, etc. But your body motivates your, whatever it is that you're using to make contact. So, for example, come out here. So, doing the rowing, the Udifurudo, you know this movement? Okay, so do that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, stop. Okay, just stop down there, okay? Now, you're gonna have partners, actually do it on this side, switch there, okay. So you're gonna have partners, and I wanna show you something here, is that when he wants to now go around and go this way, not much happens. Why? Because he's using his arm isolated from the rest of his body, okay? So what he wants to do now is to use this from the center, moving around and going that way a little bit more. So from here, just to watch the movement here, this way, instead of using just the arm, now you use your center and you spiral out like so, okay? That's the feeling that you want, and then we're going to incorporate that as part of atemi. I'll explain to you what that means in just a moment. So I want to partner up. We're going to be fairly informal tonight. So partner up and get that feeling of being able to use your entire center and your arm extending from that center to move your, I don't want to say opponent, your partner. Okay? So just try that first. Like so. So I'm going to stand here and I'm going to push. It could be here, it could be the center of the chest. So from in here, most people, if they're not trained in Aikido or whatever, will come in and they're going to push like that, okay? You feel my arm pushing you, right? Okay? So don't want the arm to be the force generator. It's a connector, okay? And so from in here, you're going to turn your center, and you're just going to let that happen. You're not going to be pushing with muscle, okay? Is that clear? Okay, so again, here, it's not this happening, but this happening. Okay, so I want you to work on just that part right now, okay? If you're a partner, if you feel your partner pushing with muscle, tell your partner that that's what's happening. Make sure that you could feel that center moving and not muscle moving, okay? Try that. It should start to become evident that what we're doing is a rotational movement. I call it the R word, okay? Rotation. So we are, one side is going forward, one side is going back, and it's not one side pushing, etc. So we're going to see this now in as a temi. Where's my victim here? Come on. Okay, so the first attack that we're going to be dealing with is a shomenuchi. So from there, here. One of the things that we normally focus on in shomenuchi is we come in and we're so concerned about this attack, we bring this arm up and block, okay, and then go over. All right, for ikkyo, is that a fair statement? What most people think about? Come over here. I don't want to go through the door. So you're attacking in here. I like to think that the response more effectively is underneath here, in the armpit. Okay, for several reasons. And I'll go into that in a second. So what the feeling in here is this, in here, boom. Okay? Am I pushing hard? Am I smashing? No. It's that same feeling of this motion coming in. Okay? So in here, that's it. Okay? You don't have to take the roll. You can take it easy. This is not a, all it's an Aikido. It is not intended to be having people flying around right now. I want you to get the feeling of what to do. And the reason for this, come on, the reason for this is that in the olden days with samurai, etc., they had armor around, and what they did was the armor did not protect the armpits. Okay, so you can come in, the knife in here, and sever an artery, etc., etc. So we have that same kind of feeling that's involved in here. Boom, that. Okay, so this is secondary, or can be secondary. I don't need to be blocking here. I can do here. The other reason is that one of my concepts is that if someone's attacking here, this arm, this hand is moving quickly, okay? It moves quickly. But the part that doesn't move quickly is the shoulder, okay? That shoulder stays relatively stable and in one position, generally, okay? So it's easier to deal with the shoulder than it is with the arm. So as it comes in here, boom, go. Okay? So again, the motivation, this atemi, this body impact, if you will, is from this motion in here and not a punch necessarily. You can do that, but in here. Okay? So try that slowly, carefully, and you don't want to throw people through doors and windows, etc. So take it easy. That we do it slowly. You want to learn how to do it slowly so you can then increase speed later on. But in addition to doing this slowly, you also want to do it softly. Okay? So as she comes into attack here, here, soft, okay? Motion is soft, it's not slamming in, okay? Try it again, please. Okay, so we're going to change the technique a little bit, a lot of it. He's going to do Manetsky, a punch, so you're punching in here, right? So the technique that, actually, stand over here so I can see behind here. So you're going to be punching, and I don't want to be standing here, okay? What I'm going to do from in here is turn. So I'm just turning, and I'm not pushing with my arm. So in here, like so, okay? Other side. Okay, notice that you may not have seen it, but it should be slower, is that I'm not aiming for his arm, his wrist, elbow, etc. I'm aiming actually up here. That moves more slowly, okay? So in here, slowly, like so, okay? I don't even have to step off the line if I don't want to, because I prefer not to give up the center line, okay? We can talk about that later. But right now, I stay in the center line, boom. Take him off the center line, okay? But I'm doing that this way, using that rotation here. That rotation, again, is not focusing just on this, but also this shoulder, the hip, turn up. Okay, that's as important as this forward motion. Okay, try that please. Slowly and softly. Another technique. I have to say that these techniques that we have, the atemi, can be done in many different places during a technique. Many different places. And it can be done in many different ways. I'm just taking arbitrarily certain techniques and showing how the motion is done and using it for illustration purposes. You have to adapt that concept into your normal Aikido techniques. Okay, you don't have to, but I suggest you do. Okay, so you have a yoga minuchi in here. Okay, so keeping in mind the R word, rotation. What are we going to do? We have here, normally you see this take place, we do a technique like that, or we do a technique, whatever it might be. So here is a good illustration of that rotation that takes place. As he comes in, you can come in here. You can come in here, like that. Boom. Okay, sorry.
That's why it's done.
And you can also come in and here and then cut as well. There are a lot of different things you can do, and so arbitrarily we're going to do it slowly. Again, softly, and but use that. Was that clear enough for you? You got that? Yes? No?
One more time.
Anwar?
So after the yoga man, are we just blocking and guiding?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
After the yoga man and chi, are we just blocking and guiding and then stopping there?
I'm not sure I understood what you said, but that from the yogaman in here,
Yeah.
I'm stepping in. Okay, the cut, hit, punch, elbow, whatever you want. Is that what your question? Come on up so I can hear you better. You know, you were in Albuquerque now,
Yeah.
not New York or everything.
I was wondering where it ended. So the jaws, the block cut and then finish there.
You can. There's not, I shouldn't say infinite possibilities, but I'm just showing you one way to approach entering and using that rotation movement. Okay? There are a lot of different things you can do. Yes? Okay, so try that please. Everyone got it? Good. I want to go over one thing here, since you're the last person to ask the question. Okay, so as he comes in, we're doing this so slowly, you know, it's really, don't do it fast, okay? What happens is here, you can come in, and then the question was, do you walk around and do that? Yes and no. This is going to be something that may be foreign to beginners, and also may be foreign to more advanced people. And that is that when you're doing this technique, what I would like to see you do is to move your center. okay? So as you come in, it's not just in here and you're moving your whole body, the trunk, the whole body like so. Move your center first. As you're moving, this happens, and then you can come in and do your technique. I don't know if that's clear or not. Does anyone need more explanation? Was that clear? Yes or no? Anything, or am I just talking a different language? Yes, sir.
It was clear to me where you're standing right in front of me. I mean, maybe face us without a partner.
Yes.
Show how your hips is
Okay,
motion. Yeah.
fair enough. Okay, so the attack is coming in like this, right? So I'm turning. The first thing that happens is you're turning your center. This happens, and not just that, but this, you know what? It's hard to show it and for you to understand what it is I'm talking about without feeling it. Stand up. With your partner, you can put a hand on your belly, on the belly like so. And as I'm turning, I'm not just doing this, I'm turning the center. You should feel a distinct difference of that motion from the rest of the body. Okay? And if you want, I'll walk around and I'll show, whoever needs to have that. But that's what I'm looking for here in terms of the rotation. That turning is going to now be the compelling and impelling force that allows this to happen. Okay? So it's not the arms that are doing this, it's not partly the legs, but it's not the arms fighting and it's not moving around, it's this in here, that motion. Okay? I'll walk around, practice, and I'll come around. Okay? So we're going to do another little exercise. Katata Kosatori in here, okay? I'm going to make it real slow, non-realistic, but I want you to see how this all works. So from in here, this way, I'm in Yakuhami, come in, I step in, the Sidori, and now I am coming in and using my elbow. Okay? I am not doing in here, here, and striking like that there. Okay? It's motion. Okay? Rotational movement. It's the same word every time. Rotation. R word. Okay? Do it, please.
Say the R word?
Say the R word? Okay, this is, I didn't want to really do this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Bye, Dusty.
What's that?
Bye, Dusty.
Okay. So this is our basic first technique that we have in the 5th Q test, right? Katate Kosatori Kokyanage, right? We all know this, theoretically at least. Where is the rotation? Where is the atemi in this? Okay? It's a lot of different places, but you can come in, turn, arm out, boom. Okay? There are other things you can do too, but right now, all I want is this motion. That should look familiar now, right? Okay, in here, turn. You don't have to hit the person. You don't have to gouge out eyes. You know, it's just not a nice thing to do. Then again, okay. So just practice coming in this way. This motion leading in is started with your center. Here, come in, boom. Okay? It can also be in here. You'll see this later on. Imagine Sensei talks about this in the handout. Coming in here, right? You can do lots of different things in here as well. Okay? Anyway, try that slowly and softly. You miss it? He holds, be like this, here, right? Here. As if I'm going to be doing this technique, most of us will come in, step around, and then do something like so, okay? But this motion, what I'd like to see is from in here, this whole stick is like the body here. Here, I'm turning, and then watch what happens to him. Okay, he goes around me, I don't go around him. So, I'm doing kokenage in here. We normally think we stop and come in here, we're rotating around here, we get to this part, and then we're doing the throw. Not my style. In here, I turn, he's moving around me. I'm not moving around him. I still stay on the center line in here, okay? I'm not going off the center line and then going around. Here, he's going off the center line. That belongs to me, okay? That belongs to me. So now you're coming in, and for atemi purposes, you can now, as you're doing that, come in, boom, right? Or you can do whatever you want. In here, sorry. Okay, so that's what I want to see for, I shouldn't say I want to see. I would like you to try, because I'm a nice person, I'd like you to try, and I'm not really, okay, I'd like you to try doing a kokenage. If you want to do the atemi with it, do that. But I'd like you to see if you can do the kokenage, basic kokenage, that style. Okay? Try it, please. Throw it into the mix here. Okay, so one of the other basic techniques that we have is kotegaeshi. And by now, if you're doing the kokenage, you'll see that instead of coming around here and doing that, the equivalent for kotegaeshi, let me go to the side. The equivalent for kotegaeshi, actually here, the equivalent is coming around here and then grabbing and then going. Now, first of all, the atemi part is as you're coming in, it's still the same motion coming in here, okay, or in here. So I don't want to forget about the theme that we're involved in here today, okay? So the theme in here, as I'm turning, there. So it's not me going around him, he's going around me. So from in here, this is me going around him, okay? Whereas this way, as I turn, he's going around me. Makes a little bit of sense? Let's do it slowly and softly. Okay, so what I would like to show you is a technique that we do, as you know, is tenchinage. Okay, but there's more to the tenchinage than what we do just on the test. Okay, so doing it from katate tori. The normal test technique is here, right, off balance, behind the center of gravity, come up, and then down. Okay? What does that have to do with the atemi? Well, from in here, you have the several choices. One is you can come in, punch. When I say punch, it's a body strike again. It's not directed, it's not impelled from the arm, it's from the center again. Boom, okay? The other part of tenchinage, and we've had a discussion about this at lunchtime, and what I said was that the As we come in here and we do this coming in, there is a tendency to think that this arm here is the impelling force compelling her to get down to the mat. That this is what's happening, okay? I disagree with that. I come in, boom. Here, it's the hip, it's the center that moves. This does barely anything. Okay, it's a backup, you can use it, but really, I like to see, Tenshinage comes from Koshinage. Okay, so what's Koshinage? It's the hip throw, and so is the arm making that happen? No, it's there for an anchor, to help, to guide, etc., but it's not the force that makes it happen. So what I'd like you to do is softly and slowly check this out in here, here, and see where that actually happens. That throw is from your center moving. Okay? Got it? Do it.
Thank you.
We're going to do some kokidosa. And what does this have to do with what we've just been doing? Everything. Okay? So from in here, hold. As I'm entering here, I'm not using my arms. Okay? Extend, center, center, center. Slowly. Okay? Can I use an atemi? Yes. We have times, right? You can do whatever. This is just an exercise. Not just an exercise. There's a lot to it, okay? So from in here, you do it. There. So check the nage, okay? I'm holding softly. I'm going to try to detect any muscle movement, any muscular strength that is trying to be utilized, okay? Okay, so she's moving, but she hasn't done anything yet, okay? So moving, nothing's happening. If you're gonna do that, move forward. You see the rotation there, okay? That's it, you did it, that's it, there you go, done. Okay? So, do this softly, slowly, and check your partner. Just make sure that there's not this muscular force that is being utilized. Try please for a few minutes.